Don't look now, but it is 67 degrees. Yeah, new art right out on the Camperdown Plaza here in downtown Greenville. That went up overnight, didn't it, Jamar?
Yes, by artist Mateo Miles. Of course, we loved Miss Hennessy's design for Visit Greenville or whatever, but you know, the holiday season has been ushered in and Mateo did that, and I was asking him, I'm like, what is it going to be? And he never gave me any indication, but I think holidays in Greenville is the best way to do making memories in Greenville, South Carolina.
And it's so pretty. They were like unveiling it. Yes, it's crazy how they do it. It's almost like wallpaper.
Yeah, because it looks like it's painted on the wall.
It looks like it's painted on there, and you told me they just have a surface.
It's almost like a vinyl or some sort of like, yeah.
I mean, they were very meticulous, like, you know, pulling it down. And I just saw a little bit of the gingerbread yesterday. I was like, oh, holidays, you got me excited.
And Lacey Hennessy was the first artist featured here like at Camperdown, and everyone took pictures in front of that, and I know this one's going to be a centerpiece for people taking pictures for the holidays.
The one they had the swing. So
had the swing, had all the iconic, had the falls on there.
Yeah, they do a good job because it really, I mean, it doesn't matter what time of day you walk out of our building, you see somebody
taking a picture in
posing in front.
And this one, I feel like, you know, after people have seen it, this is the first time it's probably been on TV. Yeah. People are going to go there.
After the show, let's go and get our
Can we be the first
We'll be the first one.
picture
So no one do it before 9:58, okay?
But Mateo does great work. If you're interested in what he does, you can search him online, Mateo Murals, and you'll find like around Greenville, he's done like a lot of the restaurants that you see murals in.
Part of the artist get together at the Hughes Library. We're going to be talking about that a little later.
We have open studios this weekend. I have a friend that's
busy,
doing that. But think about if you're doing them, like how do you keep it all together?
Proportional.
You know what I'm saying? Or like you're like, all right, I'm gonna do a bridge over here with some garland. I'm gonna do gingerbread over here. Like that would be so.
And both Lacey and Mateo do these around the country. Like they travel around the country doing these murals.
Wow.
And so it's really interesting to see how they do that. Fantastic artists.
Why don't we bring him on the show?
Hey, I'm working on it.
Mateo, I know you're watching, so hit Jamarcus up.
You better be watching.
We're
working on it.
Today is the day we celebrate the invention of
Laffy Taffy.
The voting machine. What?
No. And be sure and vote today, by the way.
Absolutely.
The X-ray, 1895. Now, let me tell you something about the X-ray, okay? They started after they took a needle out of somebody's hand after somebody invented X-ray in Germany.
Okay,
Needle. Then it wasn't long before they started taking pictures in the dental office.
Right.
With X-ray. We still do so much.
What does the X stand for?
Well, they said they didn't exactly know what was going on, so they didn't have a word for the process. So they said X. But anyway, they discovered after 30 minutes of X-rays in mouths, hair was falling off of people's heads.
Oh, so
that
was
was
a
the
little
first
too long.
indication that X-ray is not always good for you.
Well, there you have
it. You think about, always putting those big heavy little jackets on.
Lead jacket, yeah.
When you do it, but yeah, it'd be hard reading. Sometimes you look at an X-ray and you're like,
I think they do other things now, isn't it? Ultrasound.
Oh, so it gets.
Maybe.
I mean, going to the airport, you probably get a sort of an X-ray.
Yeah, the sonograms and stuff. You go in for like, the ultrasounds, and I'm like, they're like, oh, look. I'm like, what part of Sophie is that? I can't tell. Oh, that's the head. Okay.
It's three-dimensional.
Yeah, you can do 3D, 4D.
Yeah, you can do all types of crazy things now.
You remember the things you loved as a child that you still love today? Can you name something?
Candy.
No, look.
When I was a child.
Things you liked doing as a child that you just never outgrew.
Eating.
Can't playing outside, swinging.
Yeah, nature.
How about pillow fights? They're still fun, slapping somebody with
It is, but I can't say the last time I did that. You know what I mean?
It's hard when you have kids because you hit them with the pillow and then they go flying. It gets a little bit harder.
And then Child Protective Services comes,
Yeah, someone always ends up crying.
But don't you still love rainbow sprinkles?
Yeah,
rainbow
sprinkles make you happy.
How about doing a helium voice?
Yes,
we all love to breathe in helium.
I think Bubbles is one of those.
Bubbles
you still get amazed by it as an adult.
Well, they have bubble wrap now.
Yeah.
Sure, bubble wrap. We'll take
skip
that.
That seems not so interesting. But twisting, let's see, what is it? Oreo, double stuff Oreos and twisting the top part of an Oreo off.
Yeah.
And just eating the bottom and the middle. I do that.
There you go.
You don't need both sides.
Yeah.
It's like I take the centerpiece of bread out of a club sandwich.
Oh no, I eat all the bread in the club. I'm eating the whole thing.
If I've determined that a club is what it's going to be, then I'm determined. Because
You're
the bread's
dedicating your life to
usually
that amount of bread.
Is little, you know what I mean? I feel like it's like little smaller pieces, so it's not.
I've had
like,
some major clubs.
No, I mean they're stacked high, but
Oh, yeah,
you
but
know,
you can-
the
you can
actual
break 'em apart,
triangles,
yeah.
or
But
not.
bread in the middle of a sandwich.
Yeah, it's genius.
Who funked that up?
Someone really
I mean-
smart and hungry.
The
Mr.
I bet it's
Club.
the same guy that invented the hot air hand drying machine.
The thing
another
that
thing
you
I hate.
hate.
But during COVID, that was good though.
Yeah.
Because you washed your
I'm not
hands
sure,
under
tell you
the
the truth.
thing, and then you put your hands like through that,
Uh-huh.
and then you're done. You didn't have to actually do anything. Or, I mean, because when you touch the thing to pull down the paper towel, you already got more germs on your hand.
Well, that's why you touch it down, you grab the thing, and then you go like
Or you
that.
grab the paper towel
That was
first
it, and
and
then-
do
and
it.
then- do
you
it
ever
down.
pull the paper towel down and throw the first one away? I do.
No.
No.
Because I don't know who touched the last one. That's
Oh,
sitting there.
gosh.
What?
It's a spiral, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, ooh.
Well, the one that's hanging down, the electric one.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll,
I get
I'll
it.
pull it off to get a fresh one and throw the first
So
one.
that's why the air dryer is what? Superior.
I don't like it.
It's funny how there's some things that you're like, oh, you think that would be disgusting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. But then there's other things that you do, like, that's way more
Well,
gross. than,
we all have different brains.
It's funny how, this whole time in American history has made us, in world history actually,
Yes.
has made us think about the things that we touch and the things that we just kind of never
Yeah,
thought about
it'll never
before.
be the same again.
Never, ever.
By the way, the population is growing. We
Okay.
have now hit 8 billion people in the,
Wow.
in the world, and that's a triple since 1950.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
yeah.
I can.
Triple.
Yeah,
Check
so,
it out.
yeah, look at that.
People grow 'em. All right, you got
A picture.
Let me
yeah,
see. Who
ran
are you
into some
showing?
nice folks, and you know me. If I get a selfie with some folks, they're gonna be on TV.
What a good-looking group.
Oh,
That's
hey,
Amos.
friends.
That's Amos. That's the granddaughter that I'm standing right next to. That's Dynasty. I think her name is. I don't have all the names, but Amos just got out of the hospital after double pneumonia. Sorry.
Oh,
wow.
buddy.
Double. Amos, nice to. I didn't get the last name, but nice family.
But he was happy to be
Yesterday.
out and about with
Yeah,
his family.
that's his wife, kind of semi-high in the back.
And since we're giving shout outs, I want to continue that trend with Chapman High School. They were at Universal, Florida in their parade. And as a former band member myself, I know it's a big privilege to be able to be invited to that parade, to be able to be in that and showing a little upstate pride, the pride of Inman. And we've had him here on the show many times before.
Yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
congrats to the Chapman High School band in the Universal, Florida parade.
Thanks for the picture.
Whatever day they were performing, that looked like the most gorgeous day
I know,
ever.
they got
That
good weather.
looked perfect.
Because I've been in
so.
some terrible parades where it's been like raining, you got a
And you have to
sousaphone, you're just
act
like,
my
here we
hands
are.
aren't freezing.
No, it's like,
Well, you had the tuba. I dropped a drumstick in the middle of a marching parade.
oh wow. Well,
What do
how
you
did
do?
you play?
Go back and get it?
What do you just play with one hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Show business. Show business.
Never forget that.
As long as the bell doesn't come off the instrument, I'm still going to play.
Then you're all good. Guys, go to our Facebook page and answer this morning's Spinks question of the day. We want to know, what is a good age to give a child an allowance? Let us know.
And you guys know I have a weird viewpoint on this because I'm like,
You're right.
allowances, you're allowed to live here. That's the allowance you
Right.
get.
You
Yeah,
get
but
to-
at 18 you pay rent.
Yes.
Yeah. Our trivia question, what percentage of Americans actually eat a breakfast? You might find this interesting. And of course, coming up, we've got local artists coming to a special event. You can meet them at the Hughes Main Library. We're going to tell you about that then.
And coming up later on the show, we're going to talk taking your accessory game to the next level. Of course, we talk a lot about ladies' fashion here on the show, but Fashion Trend Tuesday, going to the guys. We're going to give you some things that you need to get for your man for this shopping list and for this Christmas. We're going to tell you more about that coming up next.